What's up, YouTube? This is me, Asian Dave, aka Fanatical for Jesus, aka Dal Way, aka David Chu. I'm just coming to you real quick. I wanna make a video about a couple different topics. The first topic I want to talk about, I want to correct my mistake that I made in my last video about the 9-year-old girl that was being bullied by some kids and she committed suicide. I will. I was under the impression that she was being bullied by a bunch of white kids. I just recently found out that it was actually black kids that bullied her. And what led me to think that it was white kids was because the kids said to her, "You're black and ugly. You should just go kill yourself." And that, to me, that didn't sound like something that black kids would say. But I was corrected and I made a mistake, so I apologize for talking about it and mess up the story. However, the thing is, it doesn't change what I said in the story. The races of the kids or the race doesn't matter. Like the issue at hand is the fact that she was being bullied and she she committed suicide because she's being bullied. We need to help out these kids that are being bullied, and schools need to do more bully prevention to keep kids from being bullied. And that is true. That message that I said in the video is absolutely true. And it doesn't affect my message in the video at all. It doesn't matter what the races of the kids were. They could have been they could have been Asian kids who were bullying a white kid, and I would still say that it's wrong, and it shouldn't be tolerated. Bullying should never ever ever be tolerated, and I take a firm stance on that. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was this meme that I saw on Facebook that was pretty much making fun of disabled people. Like, I saw this meme on Facebook in this group called the Reformed Pub, and it showed a really obese guy sitting in a wheelchair eating. I think it looked like a cheeseburger or something. I don't know exactly what he was eating, but the caption said, "This is why I don't support your health care," or something like that. And it was supposed to be a jab at universal health care, saying that people just take advantage of the system and they um they shouldn't be allowed to take advantage of the system like that. And I do agree that for those people who are taking advantage of the system, they shouldn't be allowed to get universal health care. However, there are a lot of people that are truly disabled who cannot work that's that need disability checks and they need universal health care. Like, so to smear all disabled people and pretty much portray all of us as if we're the same and we're just all taking advantage of the system is really bad. And I take it personally when I see someone talking shit about disabled people, because I'm disabled. Like, I am. I can't work, like, because of my disability. And when I take it personally when people make fun of disabled people, saying, "Oh, they're just all trying to take advantage of the system." It's not true. I'm not trying to take advantage of the system. I can't work because of my disability. Like, so to say that I'm taking advantage of the system, it's wrong. It's just flat out wrong, and it pisses me off. I mean, I've had to put up with so many people telling me, "Oh, you need to get off disability and go out and get a job." I mean, even people from my old church used to tell me that. And like, it makes me mad. I'm like, telling you wouldn't tell someone who has cancer to get off chemotherapy and go out and get a job, would you? Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's completely ridiculous, and I get irritated when I see people making fun of disabled people, saying, "Oh, you're just taking advantage of the system, and we shouldn't help you because you're taking advantage of the system. Now, I do say there are some people. Notice I say some. I make the key word is some people who are taking advantage of the system, and for those people, they need to they need to lose their benefits. Those people shouldn't be getting the benefits that they're receiving. But you shouldn't smear us all and say that we're all like that when that's not the case. Anyways, so the third thing I want to talk about is what influence do I want my channel to have? This is something I thought about for a couple days now, about what influences do I want my channel to have. And I think honestly, like, I really want to take my channel down the road of mental illness awareness and AMBW awareness, because with mental illness is such a huge taboo in today's society. I mean, it's been a taboo for a long time now, but especially, I mean, in 2018, mental illness shouldn't be as much of a taboo like as it is like today. Like, it really shouldn't be. I mean, with the amount of education that we all have about mental illness and how common mental illness really is. I mean, there's studies out there that talk about that. Literally, mental illness is so common that literally everyone either knows or has someone, or either knows someone that has mental illness or has a mental illness themselves. That's how common mental illness really is. But yet there's still so much ignorance floating around about mental illness that it's that it's just like it's crazy how much ignorance there is about mental illness that's floating around. Like, I mean, it alienates people, like people who do struggle with mental illness. They're afraid to come out in the open and say, hey, yeah, I struggle with mental illness, because they don't think anybody would understand them. They think that people would judge them. And I'm here to say on my channel, if you have a mental illness and you struggle with a mental illness, be it bipolar, schizophrenia, social anxiety disorder, separation anxiety disorder, PTSD, any kind of mental illness, I'm here to tell you I understand you, and I'm here to speak up for you on your behalf. And like that's what I want to do. I want to speak up for the mentally ill on their behalf and raise more awareness for mental illness. And then I also want to talk about AMBW issues, because there's not really there's I mean, Asian men black women relationships are still very rare in America, probably worldwide. And the AMBW community, like on Facebook and on YouTube, is pretty large. But in outside of Facebook and YouTube, like, AMBW couples are very rare unless you live in like New York or someplace with a major metropolitan area that has a lot of black people and a lot of Asian people. And it might not be so rare, but in other areas, AMBW is really rare. And I want to talk more. Maybe I can do more interviews with AMBW couples on YouTube if I'm able to get in contact with them. Like, because I would love to do interviews with some more AMBW couples. Um, but I would like to raise awareness for AMBW and show black women that there are Asian guys out there who do appreciate them and who do love them and adore them. And like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of black women, they don't know that there's Asian guys out there that love them. They're under the impression that Asian guys either like other Asian girls or white girls. And is a lot of Asian guys who do like black women, but a lot of Asian guys don't know that black women like them. So a lot of Asian guys are nervous about approaching a black woman because they're not sure if that black woman will like them back. So it's like a double-edged sword. I mean, it cuts both ways. Like it's because of this taboo that Asian guys with about AMBW, because of this taboo, it's separating Asian guys from black women and black women from Asian guys. And I'm here to break the taboo and talk about AMBW. I know I haven't talked about AMBW um a lot in the past, but I want to talk more about AMBW issues going on in the future from today on. So, if you're new to my channel, like make sure you subscribe to me because I'm going to talk about mental illness and AMBW a whole lot from here on out. I mean, I'm going to talk about other things too, but I'm going to talk about other things too, but those are going to be my main focal points. Alright, anyway, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was my buddy Babe Time's channel. Like, if you don't know about Babe Time, you should check out his channel because he talks a lot about sports, and he has a drone that he uses to fly around and take pictures or do video clips of like the city of Colorado Springs. And he's just a chill and laid back channel. Like he talks about all different types of stuff on his channel, and he's just a chill and laid back channel. So go check out his channel. I mean, if you're into sports, he likes to talk a lot about football. He's part of a group called TTC, and it's Trash Talking Circle. That's what it stands for. But he I'll let him explain to you what TTC actually is. If you're still confused on to what TTC actually is, it has to do with football, and it's like a group of people who are passionate about football and just wanna talk trash about each other's teams. It's pretty fun. Like I've seen some of his videos where he talks about where he talks trash to other people about their teams. It's pretty laid. His channel's pretty laid back though. Like I'll post a link to his channel in the description box below, so you guys could check out his channel for yourselves. Like he's pretty laid back. Yeah. So anyways, that's all I have to say about that. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to talk about. I had someone else brought up this in the group that I'm in, Reform Pub. Like he said he was just joking, but there's an underlying message behind it. Like people think that if you're attracted to black women, then it must be some sort of fetish, and that's not true at all. Like that's just as like that's like, people are attracted to who they're attracted to. Like I'm attracted to black women, and that I mean, and honestly, like the only reason why someone would say that it's a fetish is because black women are not held as the standard of beauty in America. Like what's held as a standard of beauty here in America is white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes. So everybody expects you to be attracted to white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes and big boobs. Like that's who they expect you to be attracted to. And when someone's not attracted to that, they don't like white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes and big breasts. Like they assume that you must like black women because it's some sort of fetish. And that's not the case at all. I'm genuinely attracted to black women. Do I know that not all black women look the same? Yes, I do know that not all black women look the same. I do know that not all black women act the same. Like I'm fully aware of that. But it just like how it'll be like next time someone says to me that I have a fetish for black women, I'm gonna say, well, you must have a fetish for white women. Like that's what it is. You must have a fetish for white women, or you must have a fetish for Spanish women. Like it just sounds ridiculous to say just because you're attracted to a specific race of women. It's stupid to say that that must be some kind of fetish. Like it's ridiculous. Like and it needs to stop. And that's part of the taboo that I'm talking about with um with AMBW. They assume that with AMBW it must be a fad and it must be taboo and it must not taboo. It must be a fad and it must be a fetish. And they think that eventually you'll grow out of it and you won't be part of AMBW anymore. Well, I'm here to say that AMBW is here to stay. AMBW isn't going anywhere, and we're going to continue to grow even bigger. Like it's not gonna change, and it's not gonna go away. So we need to start accepting AMBW for what it is. Like it's just as normal as any other interracial relationship. That's what it is. It's just as normal as any other interracial relationship. Like yeah. So I mean, it's as normal as white men and black women. It's as normal as Asian women and black men, Asian women and white men. It's just another form. It's just another type of interracial relationship, and it's perfectly normal. All right. Anyway, so I'm already talking longer than I intended to talk on this video. So again, I'm gonna post Joe's video in the description box, or his channel in the description box below, so you guys can go check out his channel. And then before you check out his channel, make sure you rate and subscribe on my channel. All right. Have a good day. God bless you. Have a good night, and God bless you. And deuces.